Hello and welcome everyone back to episode 27 of the Sweet and Sour podcast. I am your co-host today, Dom,
I'm Jen.
and we have a special guest today. This is Jen's BFF,
Lexreee.
Lexreee.
That's me. Hello.
All right.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Long time coming.
Yep. All right. So this is the first podcast back since
Ever.
for like it's been 3 weeks now, I think.
Like almost a month. No, because you were gone for 3 weeks, weren't you?
I was gone for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, but then we skipped another week because you wanted
I was gone.
because it was Jen's birthday.
It's still her birthday.
Still my birthday.
It's still birthday
Still
month for Jen.
going.
Jen does a thing where she has a whole birthday month dedicated to her. So we're still riding that train at the moment.
You
self-care.
can see us right now. We're just kind of dying.
Self-care is finest.
They are rallying currently from a bender of last night, partying for another show, obviously, that they went to.
Berto, where you at? You good? You good, homie?
Okay, so. All right, yeah, this is. I don't know. This feels kind of weird. I haven't done this in a while now.
How was Nom?
It was super fun. I had a great time. Massages out there are fucking crazy. First day, my
Yeah.
uncle sent me to a massage. I thought it was gonna be like one of the weird sexy ones. Because
I
the way
bet
they were
you-
dressed.
I bet you wished it was.
I mean, after maybe, but like I was like, dude, this is fucking wild because the way they dress, it's not like, they're not just wearing like plain clothes. This girl was wearing like Daisy Duke like tube top and like really short
Oh, he was
shorts.
like, oh yeah, here
I
we
was
go.
like, oh no. I was like, this is my first day out here. I'm not ready for this. Then immediately she takes me back there. I like strip down to like my underwear. I lay on my flat on my stomach. And then she's like, okay, are you ready? I'm like, okay, yeah. Immediately she grabs both of my legs, wraps it around hers, and she pulls my neck back and is like yanking me so fucking hard. I'm like, dude, this is the worst.
Hot yoga.
Yeah, that's basically what it was. And I was like, dude, what are you doing to me? Because my ankles obviously aren't great.
It's like
so she was
downward
pulling,
dog.
so I didn't want to be like a pussy and say anything. So she kept pulling harder because obviously I'm not saying anything. I'm like, dude, this is the worst pain of my fucking life. And dude, it was wild. The way she was just beating the fuck out of me was basically the entire like session. But it kind of felt good too.
It was kind of nice.
It was actually really nice. I felt really good after.
It hurt so good.
But I was like, I've never been beat up like this ever. Like I was a wrestling tournament champion in middle school. And after
Champion.
that, I was
Champion.
like, because I did win, but I never felt like anyone pull on like my limbs like that in my entire life. Like, I don't know.
Daisy Duke masseuse or muscle mommy?
or
Dude,
both.
No, you
I
have
don't
to
know.
choose
No,
one.
if I had to choose one, probably that Daisy Duke girl.
Yeah.
She was really pretty. A lot of girls in Vietnam are fucking beautiful. Like I was crazy.
I'm not
like
beautiful. I'm not full.
Are you not full?
No.
What's your other sissy?
She's a fake friend.
Sissy.
She's such a
Okay,
fake
they're
friend.
best friends, by the
Oh
way.
my
Really?
God, yeah.
What's mine? I have two.
Your-
What's mine?
Your Laos?
And
Cambodian.
nope.
Mm.
Exactly. Don't fake friend me.
You said that you were mixed though.
I didn't know you were mixed because you always say you're just VA.
Wait, let me guess real
Well,
quick,
just
Lex.
be it.
Are you Hmong?
No,
Damn.
but close to that, I guess.
Wait, you're Laos, right? That's one, and
Uh-huh.
then
But close to
close
mom.
to that.
What's close to mom? Mom is like a fucking own species.
That's true.
Okay, that's fucking
Well,
weird.
it's like, do you want to know now? Or you want to guess again?
No.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Give us a hint.
Mountain.
You're Himalayan. I don't know what the closest to a mountain is.
I don't really know much about. That's why I don't say that I'm this because I don't really know much about it, to be honest.
Laos and what else?
It's
is
on my
there?
dad's side, so
It's Asian, right?
it's definitely Asian. Yeah.
Okay.
Khmer?
No,
The same thing as.
Khmer is
Yeah.
the language for Cambodian, isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Okay, well.
Do you get that?
The mountains.
One more guess.
I'm
Hold on,
gonna
one more
die.
guess.
We searched this up later though, and it's not. It has nothing to do with the mountains. But I'm pretty sure it does because when my mom explains it to me, because it's on my dad's side, so she's always like, "Ah, you're just like your dad," and then.
I just need like a list of Asians.
Okay.
Like Asian.
No, I think it's gonna give it
ethnicities.
away if I say it.
And then what?
It starts with an M.
Mongolian?
No.
What
Let
else
me give
is
it
with
away.
an
I
M?
definitely didn't get anything out of that.
I'm like a quarter Mien.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that
Yeah,
is.
it's like-
I don't know
Like I
what
said,
that
I think
is.
it's like Mon, kind of. I don't know. I usually just say I'm Laos.
Mien?
because
Where is
my-
that? Close to or not close to Laos?
It's close to Laos, yeah. It's really small. Very, very small. My dad's like a quarter, and then he's like 75% Laos, so technically I'm like only like a quarter or whatever, but yeah. What's yours?
Wahi.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. No, I knew that already.
No, we knew that.
I literally knew that already.
You already knew that.
My
You
bad.
already know that.
I literally knew that already.
No, Lex already knew that.
I just forgot.
Oh my fucking god. Alright, so Lex,
Anyway.
our special guest. Let's talk about you for a second. What do you do for a living?
I am a nanny right now.
She's a bougie nanny.
I'm a bougie nanny.
Whatever you
nanny.
think whatever you think of when you think of nanny, do that but, like on steroids. She gets paid time off, like
It's so nice.
sick leave,
Sick
like
leave, yeah, I do everything. And the families I work for are so sweet. I've been working with them for like 3 years now. Basically, like raised their daughter like she's my own.
Right.
She's so freaking cute. But I'm also right now we're kind of like doing real estate, kind of. Like I've been doing the work to get my real estate license.
Right.
I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with it, but that's an option there too.
I mean, you should.
Yeah,
That'd be
we'll see.
cool. If you need a real estate photographer, let me know. I'll do it for you.
Got you.
Trying to make my way in.
Thanks.
Jen even told me to do this. That's cool though. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. Every time I hear Lex, we're playing games sometimes together, and all you hear is like Lex whispering. We're playing Valorant, and she's just like, raging, but like in a quiet voice. She's like, "Fucking shit, son of a bitch!"
Lowercase
crazy.
It's
yelling.
like, okay,
Lowercase
it's like
yelling.
midday. Sometimes I bring, if I have like one baby, I'll bring her back to my house, and when she's napping, I'll just play some games, like a couple games. But I gotta whisper.
it's funny
she's
because her
napping.
regular talking voice is like all upper, like all caps, but her raging voice is like lowercase yelling.
It's so fucking funny, bro. Like, she's like, "Okay, I'll be right back. I have to go take the baby."
The baby's awake.
And
I
Lex will
remember-
go AFK for like a couple rounds, and I'm like, "Oh
I
my
literally
god."
remember there's this one time I was playing with Jen, and we were like mid game, and I had to leave, and I like, right when I was leaving, I just hear Jen say to the team like, "Hold on, the baby's awake," and then the team's like, "Oh, you guys have a baby?" And
Well,
then
yeah.
and then they were like, she was like, "Yeah, we're a lesbian
Lesbian.
couple."
You got a problem?
Yeah, I was there watching you guys when you were like doing all that. That was so funny.
It was a good time.
Gotta love it.
Ah,
But yeah, that is pretty bougie for a fucking nanny to be able to like play video games and take care of kids at the same time.
Honestly, it doesn't even feel like a job. I'm gonna be honest. Like, cause I've been with them for so long. Her mom is my friend. Like, we talk about TV shows, relationships, therapy.
Right.
We
You
talk
guys
about
can,
like the other moms in the valley. Cause I live in like a small like town, and so we're always just like spilling the tea.
yeah,
on
you guys can
everything.
gossip to each other because you guys like
Yeah.
have built that relationship.
Yeah, and they'll like sometimes like host like wine nights with like charcuterie boards and like just invite me over. And,
Charcuterie.
That's suits Sarkuchi board.
Yeah.
That's
so
sick.
it's really nice, and it's really nice to have that like relationship.
Yeah, you said you've been working for her for 3 years, right?
Yeah.
So at any point do they plan on like
Firing me?
moving on?
Oh,
Yeah.
Fire.
Fire me?
Basically firing you from being their nanny?
No, they
Probably when
they
the
want
kids
me-
grow up.
they
That's what
want
I'm
me-
assuming, right?
they want me until I'm no longer there.
Damn, really?
Yeah. Well, cause Abby. So right now she's in. I only have her like two times a week sometimes, but I have her baby brother. They basically are like supplying me with babies, basically.
Oh, okay.
The first round of babies that I was watching for 3 families, and they all had, it was 2 boys and 1 girl, all around the same age. Then they grew up, they're like 2, 3, and then they all got pregnant around the same time.
Fucking
And so now I'm watching the next generation.
Oh my god,
a
that's
baby.
insane.
Yeah. So
Yeah, you are set for life. That's crazy.
not for life, but for a while, yeah.
You're basically
Well,
set
a
for
lot
life.
of people don't like switching out nannies for that
Yeah.
reason because they want the kids to be around like a stable.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's crazy though? So when I was first moving, so actually I'm not gonna put this out there where I live, but where I live, I was looking for jobs, and at that time before I moved out there was a family that lived in like the richest part of where I live, and they were like, "Hey, we're looking for a nanny. We're gonna pay you really, really, really good, but like we don't want you to be a mother to our kids." Like, we don't need that caring. We just need you to pick them up, feed them,
Mhm.
keep your eyes
Right.
on them. And I was like, what?
Basically, just like
That's
disassociate.
perfect.
Yes.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I like
Perfect.
connection because then, I'm just going and hating my life.
Yeah,
so.
the way Lex is definitely the connection type. If Jen were to go into nanny, she would probably not want any connection with anyone.
I would be connection when I pick them up and drop them off. Be like, hey, how was your day? Good? Cool. Okay, bye.
Yeah. No, definitely.
That's sick, I guess.
Yeah, but it's fun. Like, my days consist of, like, going to the farmer's market, the zoo, the store, the
That's
gym,
so cool.
the library.
Like, there's
Coffee
no other
shop,
job that would let
lunch.
you do that unless you're a teacher, and teachers fucking hate their
Yeah.
lives.
Well, and that's the
obviously.
thing is, like, I actually have a certificate to, like, teach preschool somewhere, but I make way more money doing
Being
what I
the
do
nanny.
now with only, like, a couple kids versus a whole classroom of children. So,
Well, yeah, because schools are funded by the government.
yeah. So it's nice. Yeah, and they... Wait, what did you say?
I said because schools are funded by the government,
Oh,
so they pay the teachers
shit.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Crazy that Lex gets paid more than a teacher, but
We riot.
Not for me, though.
it's not crazy, obviously, because good for you. Obviously, Lex is coming out here, fucking hanging out every fucking weekend
Okay.
with Jen for
Not
some
every
fucking reason.
weekend, but...
For some type of reason, it's my birthday month.
For some type of reason, yeah. This month, obviously. All right, but so far, how has your birthday been, Jen?
Good, you know,
Where'd you guys go last week? You guys went to
Miami.
Florida,
Went to
right? Yeah, Miami. How was it?
It was fun.
You
I
guys
really
drove?
liked Miami.
Oh, hell no.
Hell no, we
You
flew.
didn't drive?
No.
I thought you tweeted about something about driving or something.
Yeah, because we rented a car there to get around, and the driving is ass in Miami.
Oh, Tony drove then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Mhm.
Texas drivers and Cali drivers had a baby.
Oh, that's pretty awful.
It's awful.
That sounds insane.
It is fucking awful. And it's like the roads in Miami too, like there's like two main highways and then everything else is like small roads or like smaller highways.
Right.
And then the two main highways that get you there the fastest are tolls. So either you gotta pay or you gotta add an extra 45 minutes to your trip because that's how long it takes to take the back roads.
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah, it was ass, but it was fun.
You guys,
It was really fun. It was
you guys
warm.
did the what is it? The swamp puppies. What the fuck
The
is that?
swamp
place? What is that area
puppies,
called?
the Everglades.
The Everglades.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so sick.
That
I
was
did not expect you guys to do that. That's so funny.
It's because Tony, he was like, I want to see the gators.
I wanted to see
You
alligators.
can't go to Florida and not see some gators.
He
Dude,
was like-
straight up, that looks so fun. I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing out there? You guys are in a more dangerous area than I am, and I'm in Vietnam right now.
I was like, our trips are like so polar opposite because I'm like, oh, let's go to the club, let's go to like nice restaurants, and he's like, I just want to see some swamp puppies and some emus, and I'm like, okay,
Hey man, I
that's
guess
on brand for
that's
him
both
though.
of you
He's
guys'
a-
vacation though, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
Tony can do whatever he wants to at that point, but
Well, actually, it was
fucking
my
hilarious.
birthday trip, but
I guess I'll share.
I guess I'll share. But yeah,
Oh my
it's so
goodness.
funny.
but
guys
he
eat anything
likes
good out there,
split
too?
stuff. Huh?
You guys eat anything good out there?
It was okay, honestly. The one thing that I don't like about Miami is like their food is like very hit or miss. It's either really good or really bad. Like there's no like, it was okay, you know, it was good enough, but like not great. No, it was either delicious or bad.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've only been to Miami once, and I don't even remember anything that I ate out there. Like, it was kind of
The
bad.
Asian food, y'all gotta get your shit together.
I mean,
So bad.
there's not a lot. I feel like there's not like a crazy amount of Asians out there.
There was
It's mostly
none.
like
Agree.
Cuban,
There was none.
you know.
I literally
Yeah.
saw like Asians and I was like, oh my god, those are the first Asians I've seen this
Hispanic.
whole trip.
Yeah.
Any boba shop we went to, they're run by Cubans or like, and I was like, no, this is not good.
Yeah.
Because that whole strip on Miami, what is that? The boardwalk area. I forgot what it was called. There's just straight up just like a bunch of Cuban people, like
Yeah.
Cuban owned restaurants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's
It-
like you don't really expect it to see anything else. I feel like at that point.
Yeah.
It's funny
cute.
too though, because we ran into like this food market, like a street market type thing that they were doing for Lunar New Year
Yeah.
that was going on for the whole week. And they had it like decked out, right? Like lunar lanterns, stuff like that. All these stalls of like food. They had the lion dances. And we watched it and we were like, wow, that was so good. They take off the light. None of them were Asian. And I was like, okay, like that's cool. We share in the culture. We go around to the food and we're eating everything. And we after we left, we were like, it was all Asian food, but none of them were Asian.
Yo, that's
Like
pretty
none
crazy.
of them were Asian.
They probably just learned.
No.
It probably
I don't know.
helps.
A lot of like Mexican people make really good Asian food though too.
Not in Miami though.
Maybe not in my. maybe
Some
not
of them
Miami.
do, but not in
Right.
Miami. Y'all need to
Miami
get your
is
shit
beautiful.
together.
A lot of Chinese food restaurants out here, I feel like, are pretty good because a lot of them, like a lot of Mexican people, do make like the food too,
Yeah.
just really good. But you know,
Not
But
in
that sounds
Miami,
fun.
though.
I guess.
She literally called me like the first day she was there, and she had like a sunburn, a bad
It
sunburn.
is so bad.
And I was like,
The
I've
tan
never
line is
been
so
so
bad.
jealous of somebody with a sunburn. Like, because where I live, it's snowing like 24/7. So I'm like, I'm so jealous that you're enjoying the sun, going to the beach.
Yeah. Well, because the first day we got there, it was like 6 a.m. when we flew in,
Yeah.
and we
So they
went
had the
straight
whole
to the
day.
beach. And then we rented like those e-bikes
Yeah.
that you get off the street,
yeah.
and we were just riding up and down the beach for like 3 hours straight. 3 hours straight.
You didn't want to, or you guys wanted to do that?
Well, we didn't plan on it, but our hotel wasn't going to be ready until 4 p.m. We got there at 6 a.m.
4 p.m.
Yeah, because that's check-in time.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So I'm like,
brutal.
what are we going to do? And we're like, oh, let's just go to the beach because that's why we're here. Like, we want to be in the sun, like in the beach, like cool. And we go and we're like, oh, we should find bikes because where we were going, like the boardwalk where there's like shops and food, it was like a mile and a half away. And I'm like, I'm not walking a fucking mile and a half, bro. And so we were walking around the whole like outer part of the beach to try to find these fucking e-bikes, and we could not find them. So we were probably walking for a good half hour to find the bikes and then riding around to the boardwalk for another like hour and a half.
Mm.
And then we sat down and ate and then had to ride back. That's why I
That
got very
sucks. I could not, dude. I would have to find somewhere just to sit down for like 3 hours or something like that.
3 hours
That's way
of just
too long.
sitting.
I can't ride a bike for fucking 3 hours. My ass would
Your
be
ass would
fucking
hurt.
torn.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was though. It was. It
I
hurt
got
so bad.
That's
But-
fucking
So
hilarious.
not only is she sunburned, her ass fucking hurt.
Period.
It's multiple things.
Uh,
Good times. Wish I was there.
well,
Why didn't you
shoulda
go?
came. She always says this, so she's like, I wish. And then I invited her,
Okay,
and she's like,
actually though.
no.
Okay, the only I've gone on like every trip we've talked about except for Asia, and then this year.
Asia,
This year,
and EDC,
Mexico, EDC.
Mexico.
That's it. But any other trip, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm down. Like, I'll book my flight today.
Okay.
But now, like, I'm in that point where I'm like, okay, wait, and we need to save money because I'm forgetting that like this project's ending. We want to get a house. We want to get married. Like, all the things
Right,
Um,
right. Yeah. Lex is engaged currently, right?
for like 2 years now.
For 2 years. You
Since
really had to make
Hawaii.
that point very
Since
clear.
Hawaii, like,
I've
Lord,
known people that are engaged for like 10 years.
I
That's a
actually
long
don't
time.
mind.
Yeah, like,
I don't mind it. I'm kind of happy we have a long engagement. It helps work out the quirks.
yeah.
That's
So I'm just
cool.
like, I'll never get my youth back, you know? I'm about to live it up. Because, like, once you get the house and then once you get married, it's just like, yeah, you can have, like, little trips here and there, but, like,
yeah, it's hard.
when are you ever going to be able to leave for, like, 2 months and then,
Yeah, that's
Right.
true.
like, never again? And, like, I feel like all the adults say that, like, oh, like, just work now since you're young and then you can have fun later. That's what my parents always say. And I'm just like, well, when are you guys having fun? Because I don't see y'all going on trips or
Yeah, that's
anything.
true.
Like,
Well, me
Yeah.
me and Jose were in San Francisco a couple weeks ago, and we were on like this ferry thing, you know, like those little tours.
Yeah.
And there's like a ton of like elderly, like Asians, and you know, just a ton of elderly people in there. And he goes, "What's crazy is like we should feel so lucky because like a lot of people don't get to travel until they're like
exactly.
old.
That's why you gotta do it now.
yeah."
Right.
So I did see that. I was like, "Damn, that's so true. I didn't think about it
That's
that
why you
way."
gotta do it now.
Um,
And two, I think it's because like I don't know, because like I feel like Tony's kind of like Jose. Whenever like I'm trying to like book a trip, he's like, "Oh, we should save money," but I'm like, "No."
yeah.
And so it's like we established. It took us a while, but we really like established like his money goes to like responsibilities,
That's literally
and then
what-
my money goes to fun.
like
And then
trips,
whatever
yeah.
I plan and whatever I say that we're doing, he doesn't really get to say no because I already book it.
Yeah, just book it.
Yeah. Some book that plane ticket, go to that concert. You won't regret it. Live your life.
You might regret it a little bit in between, like back to backs, but
Mm-mm.
it's fine.
Never.
No, that's
I'm
true.
dying, but
Yeah.
do I regret it?
But did we
No.
die? No.
No. Still alive. You can still go out and do all those trips and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Period. Oh, I talked to Bryant and Yenny. You were trying to meet up
I
with
was
them?
trying to meet up with them.
Oh my
Dude, it was so
gosh.
like I was like trying to plan so hard ahead because I was planning on being there for another week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was planning on just staying in Saigon, but then I was gonna go to Hanoi, so that's like all the way up north.
Yeah.
So I thought I was gonna be there for a little bit longer. My dad's like kind of sick, so like obviously I had to like kind of take care of him, so I wasn't able to stay the extra week. I had to take him back home, and then
We ran
I was-
into him when we came in. He's so cute.
but I was planning on what is it? Where we're gonna hang out and like eat and stuff like that, or do something for like a couple days. But obviously we couldn't do that. I was trying to plan really hard with them though, because every time I've almost planned a trip, they've almost gone on the same exact trip as me.
Yeah.
Because I was going to Japan, but they were in Japan like the month right before I went. So like this time I was going to Vietnam, and then Brian was like, "Dude, I'm gonna be there in like a couple of weeks." I'm like, "Shit,
Yeah.
bro, I don't know how long I'm actually gonna be out here."
Yeah.
So like
They're in
I've been
Thailand
trying
now.
to-
They've been gone
Yeah,
for a
they've been-
while.
They go on long trips,
Yeah.
which is kind of crazy.
Well, it's because Bryant is a trader. So
Yeah,
he can
and
work
like
from
he makes
anywhere.
good money,
Yeah.
so like obviously he's gonna go out. I wanted to see them because another friend, like a mutual friend that we had from like high school, Dally, was also out
Oh,
there,
Dali, yeah.
and she got engaged out there too. I didn't try to message her to like hang out or anything like
Yeah.
that because like it was just so crazy like when we were already out there doing all of our stuff and things like that. But I don't know, man. That would have been fun to
That's
do.
why I told you I was like, let's go because like everybody and their mothers is going now, and
Yeah.
I was like, I want to go.
It's a great time. It's New Year's too.
Yeah, I talked to her and she was like, "Let me know when you guys want to go," because I was telling her that we wanted to go next time that we go, that we should go together.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, let me know, and then we'll all just
I was telling
go.
Brian,
We'll all just
too.
mob."
I was like, bro, we should just do an Asia trip or something sometime, or just like a trip somewhere. And he's all like, yeah, we were planning on going back to Japan. I was like, I was also planning on going back to Japan at some point too, so that'd probably be a fun thing to do. So Lex, you have to say yes next time,
Yeah,
okay?
I need to get my passport. So
You have your fucking passport?
Keep telling
I
me.
have never
Dude,
been
you
out.
go on all these trips, but you don't have a fucking
I've
passport?
never been out of the country.
She's never gone out of the
Never?
country.
Never been. Not to Mexico. Nothing.
Never been to your homeland?
No, but I want to go. My mom, so my grandparents have a farm out there in Laos, and she's like, well, we want to go like when they go because obviously
Okay.
they know the area and everything. So I'm hoping to go eventually soon, maybe in like 2 years. But that's when they're planning on going.
So
Yeah.
long.
That's when my parents are planning on going. So it's whenever they go. That's when I'm gonna go probably.
that
I would love
okay.
to
That
see
has
that.
nothing to do with like our trip. So like,
Yeah, you're right.
so like, are
So, like,
you
So like, when are you guys going?
not in 2 years? Maybe like,
Like
a
next year?
year.
Yeah, I want to go soon,
Yeah.
but obviously I'm going to fucking Italy again. Or not
You're going to
again.
Italy?
I'm going to Italy soon
Yes.
because my friend's getting married.
What?
yeah.
In Italy?
Yeah.
Dang.
It's actually cheaper.
He got
It's
I
actually
was
cheaper to
like,
get
I got
married in
money.
Italy than
Yeah,
here.
no, the way he was explaining it to me, it's gonna be pretty cheap for him to get married out there. And originally we were planning, me and my other friend, one of Jen's other exes, we're planning on, we're planning on
Don't
going on a trip
say
together.
that, bitch.
But you guys both have something mutual in common.
I made my
dating
rounds.
one of my
you
best friends at the
know?
moment.
I did.
Okay,
I
really? You wanna bring me into this?
I made my rounds.
All right, but what the fuck was I saying? But it's expensive just going straight to like Italy
Yeah.
from Denver, especially because he wants to fly just straight there because he wants to come home because he's having another kid.
Who, Aaron?
Yeah,
Mm.
so he's having
Sorry.
another kid, so he
Need
has
to
to
name
come
drop.
back. So he can help take care of the baby too, obviously. But so he's planning on going for like a day.
Is he still enlisted?
No.
Oh no. he's
Actually, I
out?
don't know. I don't know. Actually, no, I don't think so. I don't think so anymore. But he just wants to go for a day, and I'm like, dude, that's a hell trip. You're gonna have to go on like a,
A
fucking
day?
10+ hour
It takes
trip
a
flight.
day to get there.
Yeah, I was like, because we wanted to do the Rome one, but that was like $1,200 to $1,500 depending on the flights we were looking at. But he still had to have a layover somewhere that was like 24 hours too. So then I was like, I was talking to a couple friends, and then someone told me that I can fly straight to England, and then it'd be cheaper to fly from England to Rome because flying to England was only like $600 for
Yeah.
the round trip.
That's
Basically,
usually
for that.
how you can get cheaper flights. You want to do connecting
Yeah.
instead of like nonstop.
So
Because
that's what we're
Italy
planning.
for sure is like a hot spot, so you want to avoid flying into hot spots.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be fun. How long are you gonna be there for?
He rented out a villa for us, so we have like
Dang.
5 days there. I think
Damn.
like that, something like that, which is nice because we don't have to worry about like the whole like living situation
Yeah.
and like food and stuff. Because I think they help like supply food and stuff for us there.
Yeah, I think it's all inclusive when you.
We just
do
have to
those.
basically get there. That's really all it is. Get there and then you can make your way home on your own, which is gonna be cool. I mean, I've never been to Italy, obviously, but that's like a whole different country compared to like Asia too.
Yeah.
It'll be better. I think it'll be easier.
It's
I
gonna
think it'll
fun.
be easier.
It's gonna be
Iceland
so
was super
fun.
easy.
Yeah.
Iceland was a super
You're
easy
so
trip.
cool. Oh my gosh. I want to be just like you when I grow up.
Don't lie, because you always
Yeah,
say
that's a
no.
lie.
Because you always say no.
Hurry up and get your passport, and then we can
No.
go on
I think
trips to
I'm just
different countries.
I think I'm just a scaredy cat
Yeah, you
as
are.
well because I also have never went out of the country, so I'm just like
It's fine. It's just
I
like
know, but like,
US,
just
but
my
cooler.
thing is just like I've just never been.
It's
so
definitely more
it's
fun.
scary going
It's,
somewhere
like,
you've never been.
cool.
It's way more fun going to different countries. It's just crazy because, like, obviously in America, it's like when you fly to a different state, it costs like $500. Like, if you want to go to here to fucking Miami, that was like a $500 trip
Yeah.
at one point. And then if you want to go to like fucking Rome from England, it's $50.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is insane because
That
like you
is
could just you could
crazy.
like England is like a huge like international point where people can just transfer to like different countries and stuff like that, and it's just way cheaper. So if you go to Asia, it's like the same thing. You go to
Yeah.
Japan, Vietnam was like a $50 plane ride too.
That's so
It's just
crazy.
like super cheap.
Yeah, we get ripped off out here.
We do. We just go to different states where people kind of have a slightly different
Yeah,
accent.
so just
True.
come.
I
Why
think
are
you'll
you
like
so
it.
scared?
It'll change your
I just
life.
don't have the money for that right now.
But what's the money? All you need is the 1,500 for the flight.
Hmm.
Then once you get there, $500 will last you like
Really?
yeah,
Like a week?
maybe more depending on what you're spending it on.
Hmm. Okay.
Because when we were in Vietnam and Thailand, I think we only spent like 150 for a hotel for the
I
whole
spent
week.
almost no
Wow.
money out in Vietnam.
Yeah.
It's so cheap.
It's so cheap.
Yeah, the hotels out there you can get for
Bowl
like
of
$50 a
pho?
night.
50 cents.
Wow.
Yeah, bowl of pho, like
Large.
bobas
Wow.
out there are $1.
Yeah.
It's fucking cheap. I was getting hella bobas
nice,
like every
nice
fucking day.
restaurants, like fancy restaurants, like
Cheap.
under $100.
Cheap. So good.
Yeah.
Like I got a whole like lobster meal for like $60. Like it was like one of those bougie ones, but like that's still cheap compared to like if you buy one out here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
That was like way cheaper.
Yeah,
like I
definitely.
get the anxiety because like you've never been.
Yeah.
But like once you're there, it's like
Well,
like
that's
you
how
feel
that's
like
the thing with that though is like that's how I am about everything. Like
Well,
I have like anxiety with everything. Like our first EDC, like
Yeah.
last year EDC, I had a little bit of anxiety for EDC, but it was so much fun. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think I just gotta push
but
myself out of
because
my
I feel
comfort
like that's
zone.
how Tony was. Because
Yeah.
the first time he went out of the country was I took him to fucking Vietnam,
Jen took Tony way out of his comfort zone.
Vietnam,
Yeah.
That's fucking
Thailand.
crazy.
But like as soon as we got there, he was like, "Oh, okay," and then. We ended up when we went to Thailand. We ended up renting a scooter, and he was driving around Asia like it was normal.
No problem. Yeah.
It's fucking scary to drive around Asia, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thailand actually is not bad.
Was it not bad?
No,
That's cool.
like at least because we were in Bangkok. That's why Bangkok might be a little scary.
You guys were just hanging out on the outer sides.
Yeah, we were on the outer sides, which was really fun. And Thailand is set up really easy, where like everything is in the center of the city. So when you drive, you can literally just make circles and just know where you're going. By the end of the week, Tony knew we didn't need maps
They were
anymore.
Really?
locals.
Yeah, literally.
That's so funny.
But it's fun. It's fun. And it's very like humbling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what. Never mind. Someone that I used to date, his mom. His mom would go and come back and be like, she would like always give because
Yeah.
she just sees and like hurts her heart a little bit.
Right.
So she would always tell me like, yeah, I just kept giving and giving and giving and giving, and I'm like, I would probably be exactly the same if I.
No,
went.
yeah. You'd be crying every day.
I would assume
You
so.
literally-
My
Yeah.
mom goes back to Vietnam every year, almost. The past couple years she didn't, but like every time she goes back, she always brings like boxes. So this time she had me and my dad too, so she was able to bring like 6 boxes of this like random shit just to take home to people in Vietnam, obviously. Usually it's to like our family members, but she gives like a lot out to like the
Yeah.
community that she lives in too. Because like everyone there is like very communal. Like Vietnam, like everyone's like neighbors with each other. So everyone's like super nice and chill. They all like talk to each other every day. They drink like coffee, do karaoke and shit, eat together. They do
Fun.
everything together like all the fucking time.
That's what my mom says that. So my grandma right now, she's actually in Laos, and they go quite a bit actually. But they bring like suitcases and suitcases of like things
Yeah.
from here, and they bring it there for like everyone who lives there, and they bring like a ton of money and like so yeah.
Whenever we go back to Vietnam, like we always plan out a day. And it's really it's sad because I wasn't able to take Tony since we weren't there for very long. Because usually when we go to Vietnam, we're like just in Vietnam, we're there for a month. But this time we were only there for like a week, so we weren't able to go. But usually every time I go back, like me and my family will take a day, and then that day we'll literally start at like 4 a.m. We'll go around the stores and just buy toys, food, rice, and then we'll bring it to, because there's a lot of temples there that take in orphans, and so the monks will like raise them because there's no orphanages in Vietnam, so the temples like the monks and stuff, because yeah,
My heart.
they'll take in all the kids that aren't wanted, and then they'll like use like charity money and stuff like that to send them to school or like buy them
Aw.
stuff, but they're only like they can't, there's only so much that they can do, so they can't like build a whole building for these kids, so the kids stay on the temple grounds. And so we'll take all this stuff, we'll have like 3-4 vans full of like just toys, food, like just shit that they need, and then we'll drive out there because it's like 2 hours away to get to this temple.
Yeah.
We'll drive out there and then we'll spend the rest of the day just like playing with the kids and like handing out the food and stuff. It's really fun.
You probably feel like so much like love and joy too.
Yeah. Well, even here, like my family, every couple of months or every year, they'll send out a certain amount of money to like charities and stuff in Vietnam. And then sometimes they'll send back like photos and like
Stop it right now.
yeah,
I would
of the
stop.
kids.
Stop,
that-
not the kids. Not the kids.
of the kids and families that like the money went to, or like the things like that. And it's just
so sweet.
that's why I like going back, because it's just like, yeah, I have fun there, but like also it's like it feeds my soul.
Yeah.
Like doing those things.
It's a nice thing to
makes you
do.
feel-
It's fun.
Very.
It's good to go back and give to
Mhm.
people because, you know, we don't do much of that here, I feel like. Especially with all homeless people and stuff like that. Most of the time, like, I'll try to give them, like, $1 and stuff like that, but that's probably, like, the most, like, the extent that I would probably go out
Yeah.
to it. But then, like, when you go, like, when I see my mom going home to giving stuff to people, she's just, like, so happy. Like, I never see my mom more happy than she is in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Like, she's taking me out there to go fucking do things like ride ATVs and shit like that.
Yeah.
And like climb fucking sand dunes. And I was like, dude, I would probably never want to do that on my own. But my mom like understands like this is probably a really good experience for me. But it's a good experience for me to experience like all of those things, but then coming in back and giving to the community like too.
I love
You have to
doing
do that,
stuff like that. But then it's just like, do you ever have those moments like when you were in Vietnam, like you're just walking the street and you're like, fuck,
Yeah,
like just walking the street is like amazing.
it's crazy. No, I mean walking like most of the time like I'm always like on a dirt path because that's like where my grandma's house is.
Yeah.
But it's so cool seeing like
just taking it in, like
it's so cool because it's so different from here.
Yeah.
Like obviously everyone out there is just driving like mopeds and shit like that, so it's super like everyone's like in and out pretty quick, and then everyone's like
but you're like passing the streets
congested.
where like their house is up top and like their little
Yeah.
store is down below.
although
and,
like
like, they
everyone
sell
owns a
food,
store, they
yeah.
sell the foods and then they live like right above it too.
But if they sell the food, it's like these like little, like, you know, those kid tables. They have like those little kid tables with the little stools, and that's what you're sitting
yeah,
on.
they don't have chairs like these.
It's-
They
you
literally just
know.
have kid stuff. Like,
Like
they just sit on.
sitting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're everyone's squatting. Everyone's sitting on like tiny
Yeah.
chairs and stuff like that. It's like a very like. It's very humbling, but it also is like really cool to like see that too, because
Yeah.
like people, that's how they live out there.
They don't have like a lot of restaurants and stuff. Like if it's not a high-end restaurant, like if it's from somebody's house or something, they won't have like ice, like ice machines. All they have is like one big block, and they'll take a mallet and like smash it, and that's your cup of ice. And it's like so cute because like they're like these old ladies like trying to smash this big ass ice cube. I'm like, do you need help?
Yeah, it's so fucking funny.
But it's like they're so independent too, though, that
Yeah.
they're like, no, I
Yeah.
don't need your help hitting.
But like the
place.
Because they do it
Vietnamese,
every day.
the Vietnamese in Vietnam are different than the Vietnamese here. Like
Yeah.
Vietnam is so nice. Like people are so nice. I feel like the Vietnamese here are so fucking rude and like
Yeah.
so like
It's because they feel, what is it? They're like raised with money, I guess, more out here. I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of people that are from Vietnam I met, they have like a lot more money, obviously, because they came here to make money in the first place. Most of them
Yeah.
own like fucking nail salons and shit like that. Pretty
okay,
generic
racist.
stuff. It's not racist. Most of the time you go to a nail salon, you see some Vietnamese
Racist.
lady just
You ever
talking.
want a manicure? Don't call her.
Racist. No,
But I mean, that's
love
like, they make all their money and then like they raise their kids off of that money. They sometimes they don't even take their kids back to Vietnam either. Like they just raise them only out here.
Yeah.
So they.
I
only
think you
just
would
know
love it.
these-
I
I
think
think
you
so
would
too.
cry
I
every day.
think I
though.
would get a spiritual and emotional inner
You'd be woke.
awakening. Yeah,
be woke.
yeah.
But
definitely.
you would cry every single day.
Yeah. You know what I think though? Like if I went out there, coming back here, I think I would be a totally different person.
You
Like
think
I feel like I'm great now,
so?
but like
Great.
if I
alright.
go out there and I come back, I think I would be like, I would just want to do so much. Like here,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
volunteer here. I don't know. It's like
It's just I feel like it's harder to do things like that here because like when you do charity work and
it's like different.
they're like it's like almost like ungrateful. Like
Yeah.
they're like
They're
I
expecting.
don't want to
it.
say that and like generalize, but like some homeless people like y'all be picky. Like for not having anything, why are you being picky? Like I'll give somebody food or like money and then they'll look at me like it's not enough.
That's
Or
it?
it's like that's it. Or like I'll have like waters in my car and I'll be like, hey, do you want a water?
Yeah.
And they're like, you have anything else? And I'm like, bitch, what? What do you mean? Like, you want me to
Dude.
pull out a six pack for
Yeah.
you? Like,
God.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like one of those hagglers come up to you at the gas station and ask you for money because
my
your
gosh,
car broke
yes.
down or something like
Yes,
that?
and
Those
it's
people
so
are the
awkward.
most annoying because obviously they're lying. Because they're like, oh my god, I need gas money to get home. It was crazy because I went to a Safeway near my house, the one that's super close over here. I went there, I saw this lady, she was haggling for, or she was asking for money, and I was like, okay, I'll give you like $5, whatever.
yeah.
And then she got mad about it. She's like, "Can you have anything else?" I was like, "No,
Like-
that's like all I have." But then I saw her literally a week later at a different Safeway where I was working when I was working at Jimmy John's because I was getting gas that day. I was like, "What the fuck? I just saw you last week. Your car's still broken down."
Well, that's the difference here. It's like sometimes, like people pretend to be like struggling or homeless, but like that's just their
Yeah.
gig. You know, like there's this one time by that Starbucks by your old house, right? There was this girl that was always there, and she had her kid with her, and I was like, "Girl, don't do that, because that's gonna
She's
get
using her
me.
kid,
It's
yeah.
the kids." I'm like, "It's the kids and the dogs."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Don't be bringing them out here." And like,
Like,
I
hey,
gave
that's
her
not for you. That's for your dog.
I literally gave her $20, right? And then I saw her literally pack her crap up, get in her perfect car. Like it worked fine with her kid. I'm like, I just got hustled. She saw my weakness.
That's what I hate. That's why I don't
and that's
like
the
doing
hard
that
part.
stuff
That's the
here.
hard part though. It's like someone could actually be struggling though, but you don't believe them.
Yeah.
Because
Because you have that thing in the back of your mind now. It's like, are you
Yeah.
actually faking?
And
or
I
are
feel
you
like that's
actually,
just like an
homeless?
America thing.
yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe a Europe too. I've heard a lot of scams like of like street beggars and stuff like that. You better be careful when you're in Europe.
I mean, I'm at this point. I'm ready
Just keep
to die.
walking.
I'm ready to die.
Just keep walking.
I'm ready to
If I get mugged, I get mugged. You know. I just don't hope I don't get stabbed. That's the only thing.
But that's why I love it. It's just like everybody is so grateful over
Yeah.
there for like whatever you can give.
Yeah.
And it just like makes my soul very
It's
happy.
like a different type of
Yeah.
Because it's something they
Gratefulness.
didn't have before.
Yeah. Or
you
like the
know?
kid, like I'm like a kid person too. Like
the kids, man.
the kids just get me. Cause like you know how like a lot of the kids will walk around selling those lottery tickets.
Yeah.
So like a lot of kids will sell lottery tickets to like provide for their parents.
Bro, I can't go there because I'm gonna be broke. Like
Yeah.
you say, I'm not gonna spend a lot of money, but I'm gonna go there and my money's gonna be gone.
Well-
Because I'm just like, here.
Well, it's just like
Here, let me just give you everything I have in my pocket.
well, we'll usually pick like it sounds bad to like pick and choose like what kids to give your money to, but like when it comes to like the lottery tickets and stuff, we'll usually only give them like buy some from like you can tell like in Asia it's different because you can tell who has like who has worse off, like the kids going barefoot versus
Yeah.
the kids who have shoes, or
yeah.
like
Top right now.
Yeah.
Like, why am I about to cry right
or
now?
like the kids who are like disabled but they're still going around selling stuff.
Trying to
Yeah,
make money.
and like I remember this is like a core memory because I remember we were in Backpackers Lane. I don't know if you went there when you
Yeah,
were there.
I was
It's
there.
just like a big street. I think I told you about it. It's like where all like the tourists go, and we always like going because it's just like a fun time to be in that environment. But it's just like a strip of Asia that's just like Vegas, where it's like bars,
Yeah.
clubs, hotels, and like it's always hustling and
A
bustling.
bunch of like girls dancing outside.
Yeah.
Like it's like it's like literally outside club.
Sounds
But
like
a
my cup
whole-
of tea.
It's fucking,
It's
I
a
was out
whole-
there.
It's like a whole road, and you just walk up and down. And it's like a really fun time.
Mhm.
But there's a lot of those kids there that are trying to sell things to the tourists to make some money. And I remember there's this one like little girl, and like she was like,
Girl.
because usually
Not the
they're
girls.
because they're usually like teens.
Yeah.
But this little girl was like young, like she was like 5'6", like max, and like she had no parent with her. And then so we were just like, she was trying to sell to us because we were sitting outside a bar and we were just having like little drinks. And she was like, hey, like, do you guys mind buying some lottery tickets? And she was like super skinny. And I was just like, I don't think we want to like buy anything, but like, are you hungry? Like, do you want to sit and eat with us?
Mhm.
And she like looked worried because she was like, I don't think I can. And I was like, okay, well, if I buy a ticket, will you sit down and eat with us? And she was like, I think so. Like, if you guys buy a ticket. And so we bought some tickets from her, and then we bought her a whole pizza,
Mhm.
and she sat down with us to eat, and then we got her like a Coke to drink, and she slammed that pizza by herself. By
Aw.
herself.
They're so hungry.
Yeah.
man.
And so I
Sometimes
was
they don't
like,
eat. Sometimes
yeah.
they literally don't eat.
I don't know. That's
so we
I
bought
don't know.
tickets, bought her a meal, and we gave her money too.
I'm like
but I was
stressed
like,
out hearing about this right now.
Super sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I don't think I could. I would just want to give to like everybody there. So I'm just like, I don't.
some people
I
do
don't know.
that, which, like, if you have the money for it, like, it's
You
amazing.
should.
Yeah.
You should
Like
do
a lot of
definitely do it.
Vietnamese TikTokers, they make a lot of like their money off of TikTok, and they'll fly back to Vietnam. Like, there's this one guy that I follow. His name is Kang, I think. But he made his money off of like real estate. And then he took that money, and when he went back to Vietnam to visit, he was just literally going down the street, just handing out money.
Freaking Oprah.
Yeah.
You get $100.
Yeah.
You get $100.
Because he's
Yeah.
from there. So he was
Yeah.
like, I came here to make my money, and I did it, and I'm going back home to share it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Nobody understands more than the people that live there.
Yeah.
So, you know, you really got to understand it through like someone like that though too.
Yeah.
But Laos is even like poorer
Mhm.
country than Vietnam, so I can't imagine like
You
what
know,
that's gonna be like.
I didn't even know it
going back.
existed until I met my first Laos person
What
in
the
high school.
You know what's like so crazy though? Is like, so obviously my grandparents are from Laos and they go
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
But like, even living here, they still do everything the same that they do in Laos. Like showering,
Mhm.
the same.
Bucket.
Bucket, literally, no, literally,
Vietnam's the same.
the same. Like
Yeah.
bucket,
I
like
showered like that a couple of days too. So.
like cleaning the
Get it.
dishes in a big bowl in the backyard. Like, you know, they still do all that stuff. So I'm just like, I don't know.
That's.
kinda
I mean, they just don't want to like leave their
lose
roots. You
that,
know.
yeah.
The one thing that like Tony was like super culture shocked on. What was the culture shock thing for you? First time you went back. First time you ever went back to Vietnam.
Honestly, I think it's mainly just the community part of it. I think.
There isn't like a specific like thing though that you were like, oh wow, that you like.
I mean, I always went back to Vietnam as a kid.
oh,
So I
okay.
kind of understood it a lot when I was like growing up. So
Yeah.
nothing was really a culture shock. I don't know. My mom always just said like all my uncles and stuff are broke. So she's all like, make sure you just like give them as much money, or like make sure they don't spend like hella money on doing stuff. But that's really it.
Because I always went back when I was a kid too, but like as an adult when I went back, the one thing that like stuck in my head was that ice thing. Because I was like, we get ice so easily.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Oh, if you're saying
regular-
stuff like that, then
yeah,
probably,
like a specific
yeah.
thing.
I think it's like when I was drinking bags of fucking Nook Mia. Instead of getting a cup, they put it in a bag.
Yeah.
They just dump the drink in a bag and you drink out of a straw through the bag.
They tie the straw around the bag
And
because
you
you
just
can't
drink
That's
out of
afford.
it.
yeah.
You can't
And that's
afford
why it's like
plastic
my
cup.
favorite fucking drink
cup.
too. Like the whole thing is just like I wish they had shit like this out here.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't make any sense. But that's like one thing that really shocked me out there, I guess.
The thing for Tony was like, because when we went there with him, we were staying with a family that was on like, because my dad's side is like pretty well off,
Yeah.
but my mom's side is like the poorer side.
Right.
So we went to go visit my mom's side of the family, and like we stayed with some of her like relatives. And like the one thing for him that was culture shock was because whenever we were at my dad's side of the family, everything was just like regular, like in the house. Like they had washer, dryer, like a regular shower. They still did the bucket thing, but they still had like a shower head and things like that. But my mom's side of the family was like when you went to the bathroom, it was just like the whole there was
yeah,
no
you just shit on the
toilet.
floor. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
all
it's
it
like
is.
it looks like a toilet seat, but it's like in the ground, and all you can
Mm.
see is the toilet seat. And to
Mm.
flush, you get that bucket and
pour
you
it in.
you pour it in until it flushes through.
No way.
Yeah,
you have
That's
to do
And
it
he
that
goes
way.
in. He goes in because he had to poop. He goes in. And he goes, "What do I do?" He's like,
Why is that me?
he's like,
That literally be
he's
me.
like, there's no toilet. And I was like, well, how bad do you need to go? Like, do you want me to show you how to do it, or can you wait until we get back? Because like hotels and stuff, they have plumbing and like
Yeah.
have toilets. And I was like, or do you want to go like wait till we get back to the hotel? And he was like, no, I kind of gotta go. And I was like, okay. I was like trying to explain it to him, and he was like, so I just put the water in after, and I'm like, yeah, like
That's it.
that's
Plain
That's
and
it.
simple. Yeah.
that's just it.
That's how it goes.
And it'll
It
just
goes
go
through a
down.
hole.
And then after he did it, he was like, that was new.
Interesting. Like,
That's so funny.
Interesting. Yeah.
Back then, that's like people would charge for that too. If you wanted to use the restroom, you have to pay to get in, and that's how you had to use the restrooms out there. When I went this time, there's a lot more toilets. A
Really?
lot, like,
Even
everywhere.
at the pit stops?
Even at the pit stops, there's bathrooms everywhere.
Oh, dang.
Like flushing toilets.
You have to come, because when you go from one spot of Vietnam to another spot, they take you on a sleeper van.
That's what
So
I
it's
did,
like
yeah.
a big ass, like almost party bus, but
Mhm.
they're like beds.
You can lay down in them.
And they're
I did one of those.
bunks.
They were fun.
And they're like bunks, so you have one person on top, one person
Wait,
on
that sounds
bottom.
fun.
My mom was all trying to feed me food on the bus. She's like, you can't eat on here, but here, take it. She's all trying to give me like bun me's and stuff. I'm like, oh my
Aw.
god.
Ooh, buffet sounds good.
The banh mi over there?
Dang, that sounds good.
Cheap too. Way fucking
Fire.
dirt cheap. Barely have to pay
Fire.
anything.
I'm gonna
for
get
it.
like 30 of those. Just
Yeah, just hand them out to everyone, I guess. Yeah, the food out there
Oh,
is so good
gosh.
too.
The only
It's so
thing
fucking
about
good.
Vietnam is like the beaches are really nice, but you can only look at them. You do not want to get in that water. You do
Are there,
not
like,
want to get
In
in.
Saigon, you don't want
No,
to get
it's
like
just
in
like
those
rip
ones when you're there.
tides. So you get swooped up real
oh,
quick.
gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
No, it's true. I went to my dad's side, which is Fun Tit, and that was like, I think 3 hours away from Saigon. The beaches over there are super nice. They're
They're
clear. You
beautiful.
can't like you pick up the water. It's like clear water, and it just drops out of your hand. But like, dude, those waves are fucking strong.
You literally one step into the out of the shore and it's already to your knees.
Yeah,
like you get
it'll pull you.
swooped
It'll
up.
pull you. And there's like people on boats that you have to swim next to too. Like when I'm out there, there's people catching shit. So you just sit there and just make sure not to get caught up in the, like their fucking nets and shit like
Yeah.
that.
But it's fun because like the beaches will have like food along the thing, so you buy your food like fresh
Yeah.
seafood. They'll grill it right there,
Mm.
and you bring it back to your little tent, and then you just
Wow,
just
you guys
eat.
have lived so much life. You know what's crazy though? Is like I always say like, wow, I'm like doing so much, like, but I'm really not.
yeah, there's a whole world.
There's a whole world out there, and
No,
I'm
you've
not
only been
here.
stuck in
World to
America.
see.
I'm only
Poor
here.
you.
I know.
I mean, you've gotten a lot of traveling experience now at this point, though. So I mean,
I
that's
am a
pretty
little more
good.
comfortable with traveling now. I think traveling in general for me was like a little bit of anxiety, like to go anywhere really, but because I didn't really do that
You just
growing
gotta
up.
not be afraid to die.
Yeah, we did talk about it all
YOLO.
the time. Just gotta die. Just gotta
Right.
die. But yeah, no, I mean, I think it'd be a great experience for you, especially. I think you'd really enjoy.
Especially for you because like
different
you already
country.
have a good heart, so I feel like going there like it'll only make it bigger because I feel like people with good hearts
Bro,
that are here.
If it grows any bigger, I'm gonna be like the freaking Grinch, and it's just gonna like, oh shoot.
Oh my god, Jesus!
Well, the thing about America is just like I feel like there's like sometimes like experiences and things that I see that just like rips like
The love.
out of me like every
Mhm.
once in a while, and I'm just like fuck, dude. But like if when I travel to places like that, then it just like comes back, like rejuvenates
Mhm.
me.
Yeah.
makes my will to live.
You should definitely go back to Laos and experience what your
Yeah.
I
parents and your
definitely wanna do
family,
that,
your
yeah, 'cause
grandparents
my mom-
experience.
Was born in Laos. The reason my mom can't go right now is because she actually took the test for her citizenship, and then COVID happened. They didn't give it to her, so she's talking to a lot of lawyers right now to try to get it, but she can't leave the country until she gets that.
Well, she can leave, she just can't come back.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But
Which would fucking suck, obviously.
then
would
she was
fucking
like,
suck.
well, whatever. If they deport me, they're gonna deport me because they can't deport her back to Laos because that's not a place they can do it. So she'd get deported to like France. She said, and she's like, that actually sounds kind of nice. And she goes,
I mean,
would you come live with me? And I was like, in France? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, if you got deported, yeah, probably. But like, let's not do that.
First of all, let's go over the other options first.
Yeah, let's
before
do
we have to go
everything
to
to keep you here.
I wouldn't mind moving to France. I don't think.
We all just move.
You guys never seen Taken? That girl
I
got
will
taken
come
in
for you.
France.
And I
They were kind of
She
dumb
got taken.
though. They're kind of
That's true,
dumb.
she was kinda dumb.
though.
But
Where would you live? You could live anywhere.
I think we've already had this conversation.
Japan,
I'd go
right?
to Japan.
What about you?
100%.
I haven't been anywhere, so I'm like, I don't know.
Where? Okay. Out of everything that you've seen, where do you really want to go for like a vacation trip? Let's say.
Well, Laos is definitely still up there, but like,
Okay. Let's say other than Laos, let's say a place that you really want to go to, like you would just like imagine yourself just like laying like
on a beach.
on a beach, or like you'd
Probably
be like in one of the
Bora
Bora Bora. See,
Yeah.
I think that'd be a really cool place to go. Live there though? Would
Maybe
you-
not
you
live
think
there,
you-
but
Maybe not
definitely
live
visit.
there.
I don't think you would want to live there.
Yeah, but definitely visit. That'd probably be my next like top. I don't know where I would live.
What was yours, Jen? I totally forgot.
Hmm?
What was yours?
Thailand.
Thailand.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Thailand was amazing. Probably my favorite.
I really want to go there. That's
Probably
one place
my
I want to
favorite
go.
top spot, like everywhere and out of everywhere. Like out of everything, like food, location, like getting around, like how easy it was to get around. Everything was good.
Top tier.
Thailand looks really fun. Bangkok, like from all the videos I watch.
Not
I watch.
Bangkok. I would not live in Bangkok.
I probably wouldn't want to live there, but it looks super fun with the stuff that you can do out there.
Yeah. Bangkok was aight.
Yeah.
It's musty.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like New York,
Oh.
where it's like you kind of walk outside and your lungs
Like
just
breathe
fill
and you're like,
up and-
yeah, you're like,
You're like, I can
I
smell
feel
the
like I'm
trash.
getting sick right now.
Well, not trash. It wasn't dirty. It was just very like there's a lot of cars and stuff, so it's
Like
just
pollution.
like
Okay, yeah, that makes
pollution.
more
Yeah.
sense,
Yeah.
It definitely makes more sense.
Yeah. And the traffic was horrible, but
Bangkok. Vietnamese traffic is crazy. That shit was
Yeah.
wild. That shit backs up. And everyone's just on a motorbike too. Kind of scary how people drive.
you're
The
not driving very
cars?
fast. You won't die.
Okay,
Did
so
you die though?
no, I didn't die.
Exactly.
It's kind of scary because I was down that backpack alley, the place Jen was talking about, and they have like there's a lot of prostitutes on there too. So like they're kind of like hidden in the alleys. So there's a lot of traffic because motorbikes and cars are going through there too. So me and my uncle got slowed down a little bit by the traffic, so we had to like kind of stop for a second. And a girl basically like pulled me off the bike really fucking hard too. And she was all like, "You want to hang out for a little bit?" I'm like, "No, I don't. Please leave me alone." She yanked me so fucking hard though. I felt like I was actually gonna fall off the fucking bike.
Oh no.
I was like, "This is fucking scary."
She's like, hey,
Yeah, she's like, "Hey,
you trying to
want
hang
a
out?
good time?"
Yeah. You looking for some?
No, please, no.
I'm like, "No, I don't. Not right now." I got set up on 3 blind dates while I was out there too, which was kind of crazy because
It's
I was
not
like,
crazy. They're trying to get a green
yeah,
card.
they want a green card, but my parents were like, they
That's
were
a lot of money. People will families will pay a lot of money.
Yeah,
for
which
you
is
to fake
crazy.
marriage.
And I was like, dude, I don't know if I really want to do this. But then, like, my
Should've
parents were
given
like, I don't care what you
It's like
do.
60, 70 grand.
My parents were like, if you want to date a Vietnamese girl out here,
No,
sure, it's
Don't
fine.
do it.
But then, they're like, do whatever you
It's
want.
against the law, dog.
Yeah, don't do that.
But my aunts and uncles, they really just wanted to set me up while I was out there. So I got set up with like this girl that was like a TikTok model. Like,
Oh,
shit, like, it was
shit.
crazy. I was like, oh shit, this girl's actually kind of beautiful. I met her and everything. Like, I went on all these dates, and it was kind of scary because I was like, my Vietnamese is fucking horrid. Like, I know how to speak Vietnamese. Like, I can understand it a lot, but like, I speak like a fucking child, basically, when I would like have conversations with like the adults and stuff like that. But I went on all these dates, and I was like, dude, these girls are all really pretty, but I do not know how to have a conversation in my own language. This is so hard. Like,
Aw.
if I had a chance, I probably could, but I don't think I want to have to go through the thing of like not understanding
Learn
what the
your
fuck
That
is.
barrier,
language.
Yeah, and I'm
language
trying to
barrier.
like learn
Learn
it
your
again, especially going
language.
after this trip. It like put like something in my brain. I was like, I have to like know my own language when I go back next time, because I felt like it was hard for my parents to like kind of translate sometimes, and then it was just hard for me to understand some things they were saying because it was just like words like I've never heard in my life because my parents probably never said those words to me like ever. You know?
Well, there's a lot of slang too.
Yeah.
That it's just like America. Like every year is like something different. It's just like that.
Yeah, like the kids nowadays. I'm just
No,
kidding.
no.
I mean,
no.
the kids nowadays say this
No.
face.
How's your blouse? What, is that
Not
what they
really
speak?
good. Yeah. No, my mom like basically Americanized me.
Really? You
Yeah,
don't know
I
any?
understand a little bit, like the basics, like do you want to eat or
Oh.
hello, like, thank
It's
you.
normal stuff.
bad.
Okay,
Yeah,
Real
it's
bad.
real bad. But no, it's okay because we just point. when
Well,
we're
you said you
doing
got 2 years, so now you can start probably Duolingoing.
Duolingo.
Duolingoing.
I learned some Japanese that way. That made that trip a lot easier when I went. So I feel
So
like
bad.
you should definitely start like learning a little bit now.
Yeah.
just like little one by
So
bit
if
by
you ever
bit.
want to go out on your own, because
It's
I went out on my
easier.
own a couple times just to go like get food for myself. That's probably like a really big necessity.
And
of
like a
anything.
lot of the time, so it's not in English, right? Like none of this.
Almost no one spoke
Writing?
English. A few people did. I went to a camera
If you're,
shop
like-
and the girl spoke
Yeah,
English.
if you're in like a really touristy area or like if you get lucky, then yeah. But
Yeah.
I doubt Laos will since it's
No,
even
definitely
smaller.
not. Yeah.
Probably bring your phone for a translator too. Obviously,
Yeah.
buy service. I definitely always recommend buying service out there because I did have T-Mobile service, but it's only for like texting and like calling people. But if you want really good service, just probably buy some out there for like however long you are out there.
I just asked for Wi-Fi everywhere I went.
I do too.
They have Wi-Fi everywhere.
It's super nice.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just want to kind of like if you go out and you don't want to get lost or
That's
anything,
true. That's true.
you just have it with you. You know.
That's true. Yeah.
We're just preparing you for
So
Thanks,
next
guys.
your
year,
future
for next year,
endeavors for next year.
we're
Yay.
preparing you for next year.
Yeah, because I do want to go on a trip with you guys. I do go on trips with like obviously Jen, just random places. Sometimes we went to fucking Texas together.
Oh yeah.
I always forget about that trip.
You
sometimes.
did?
Yeah, we went to Texas together, Houston, and we met up with Flexi while we were out there.
What?
Yeah, that was a fun trip though. I had a
Yeah,
good time.
it
The food
was.
out there was
I love Texas.
Top
food,
tier food.
tier. Houston is fire.
beautiful.
Your Asian food,
Asian food, yeah.
I could live there.
That place
just
was
for
so
the
fucking
food.
good.
Holy. We almost met Johnny Dang. You remember that?
Dude, me and Jen had it ingrained in our brains that we're gonna fucking be jewelers.
I remember this phase. I remember
Me and
this
Jen were
so
so ready to
vividly.
give up everything here.
I was
become
fucking
jewelers,
ready,
and
bro.
move out to Texas
I
and
was
work for
fucking-
Johnny
Yeah,
Dang.
I remember this phase.
Dude, we were so fucking ready just to move out there and live there.
If
just
we
to do
had
that.
if we had met Johnny Dang that day that we were gonna
think I
meet
would've
Johnny
done
Dang,
it?
I would have fucking done it.
Can you
would've
say his full
fucking done
name?
it.
Johnny Dang. You can't say like
Because
Johnny
that's what
or
he's
Dang.
That's what he's famous.
I know,
for.
but it's
That's
just funny.
name.
His name, he's literally
His
famous just for
name.
his brand. Like, just him in general. That shit was so
You
funny.
can't just say Johnny, and then everybody's like, "Who the fuck is Johnny?"
Yeah, Johnny Dang.
Johnny Bravo. Oh goodness. Well, yeah, I definitely want to do a trip.
You should. You guys aren't doing EDC anymore, right?
They are. I'm not.
You're not going?
Well, I'm taking my siblings to Cali for her graduation and stuff. So there's like 4 of them.
Cali? Oh,
Yeah.
you have to pay
Well,
for all
she
of them?
loves Cali. Like she wants to go to school there for college. So it's like that's her place right now.
So she just wants to go there for a trip?
Yeah, we're gonna go to
Vacation.
Disneyland and go to the
Oh,
beach
okay.
and
It's her birthday. Her
and my
trip.
birthday as well.
And your birthday.
Yeah,
Okay, so
it's
it's for
literally
you
that
too.
week. Yeah, it's for the both of us.
I told her to do 2 separate ones, but no.
It's
Because we're
gonna be
going to
fun.
Mexico in June.
They're going to Mexico, so we come back. The day that I come back, they're going. So she's like, just hop up from plane to plane, just come to Mexico. I was like, I always, dude, I feel like I'm like, it's always packed, my
So-
schedule.
What? She was
You
like,
can't go to Mexico though.
I
You
can
have a
get
fucking
I can get my
passport.
passport. Well, okay, I applied for it. All I need to do is take the picture.
Take the fucking picture.
that's what I'm
That's 5
saying.
seconds.
I know.
You just take
Maybe
the
I'll just do
picture.
that while I'm here.
And she was like, "Oh, if you want to come," she like extended the invitation. And she was like, "Oh, if you want to come to Cali with us, but we're coming back the same day that you're leaving." And I was like, I could just do a layover, like Cali from Cali, fly straight to Mexico.
You just talking shit then? You should just get it done.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Honestly, just don't be
saying.
What do you
talking
mean?
shit.
Who's talking shit?
Just go from Cali to Mexico.
Oh, you're saying because I told you to do
And
that.
Yeah, because you
Your
gave her the
sister-
option that you're probably not gonna
Your
do,
sister
right?
goes home with your brother, and we go to Mexico.
That sounds fun.
It does sound fun. Dang.
Just
The
Mexico.
thing about Jen is like she always
So
sells the
yeah.
fuck. out
She's
of
already
drinks.
going. She doesn't have to sell it.
No, I know, but to me, she sells it to me. I'm like, that does sound fun. You're making this sound
Don't you
very,
get
very
FOMO
fun.
from your best friend fucking going all these trips?
I
and
do
you
get
don't get to
FOMO.
go to?
I get FOMO from like everything. Like when they go to concerts, I'm like, oh, that looks so fun. They look like they're having a great time. They look so cute.
Yeah,
Just
so
everything.
come.
It is hard living like a long distance.
Yeah,
Friendships are very, very hard.
that's probably really hard.
And I'm like actually really grateful though, like, cause I've been gone for like 3 years already, and it
You guys
doesn't
still hang out?
it doesn't feel like that at all though. I mean it does, but
It's
at the same
hard.
time.
It's hard dealing with long distance relationships, or not relationships, but friendships.
It is a
because
relationship.
We
We're
are
like-
in a
I mean,
relationship.
yeah, you guys are in a
Help
relationship.
you.
Tony's the third wheel, obviously.
he really is. He's so jealous of me. I literally, we're gonna have like a girls' night, and I was like, but Tony's not invited.
Yeah, it's girls' night.
He's like always one of the girls.
It's
So
funny,
funny.
like, I told him, and he was like, "Oh, so I'm just uninvited to that?" And I was like, "Well,
You were never
you
invited.
were never invited. I didn't invite you. I was just telling
Poor
you that's
Tony.
where I'll be."
He's so used to you taking him everywhere.
Yeah.
You, know?
He just automatically thinks he's
You
invited.
brought Tony all across the world already at this
Yeah.
point. So.
Yeah. Period.
Dude, that's
It's so funny.
Lucky man.
No, Tony is lucky. That's fucking hilarious.
But yeah.
Ah,
Mexico.
get your passport. Picture.
Mexico.
It's all inclusive. Everything's included.
Yeah, it actually wasn't expensive. It was like 1,000 per person for flight and the all inclusive.
For
Crap.
Mexico.
Flight,
Yeah.
hotel, and we're staying there a week, so
Yeah.
Damn. Food too.
food,
Yeah,
drinks, everything,
drinks.
alcohol.
Damn. Yeah, that's nice.
It's
That
all
sounds like
included.
fucking what is it? Fucking Millennium's thing. Ember Shores.
Yeah,
When
it's
you pay
pretty
for their
much, yeah.
package, you just get a whole fucking inclusive
You get everything.
package.
You're so in love with Millennium. Any chance he gets, he's like, let me talk about my boy.
I have to bring him at least once in a podcast.
Did you
you know?
see all the videos from LA?
Oh,
Oh
I'm
my
so
God,
mad
so
we didn't
good. You
go.
I was texting
So
Jen about it. I was texting. Oh my god.
I can't believe we didn't go.
Dude, I was so mad because I was like, dude, it sucked because I was watching the live stream on my phone. I was like, dude, the audio fucked up. It's all
Yeah.
fucked up right now. I can't even watch this.
Well, it was like that for Colorado too. Like the audio
was it?
just fucked.
I don't even remember.
I remember because I
Obviously
got
we're
too
there.
mest up and I was in the car and I was watching the live in the car.
in the car, in the parking lot.
lot.
She was watching the live stream.
Because I was like, I can't be here right now. Like I'm done.
Dude, I got really bad FOMO from that one because I was like, dude, you brought out fucking
Yeah.
Avril Lavigne the first
Yeah.
fucking
Brought out
night.
And Tori
Everyone.
Kelly.
Everyone, Tori
Tori
Kelly.
Kelly,
Yeah.
Cruella.
He brought out fucking Day to Remember, fucking
Yeah.
everyone,
Everybody.
everybody. I
Fucking
was
hate
so
it
sad,
here.
but
I
I was
know
like,
it.
I was so sad too when I was like listening. I'm like, I said I'm never going
In
to
the back of my head too, though, when because we were talking about going for her birthday, but then like we were just like, oh well, we like went. It's probably gonna be the same show, and I was like, there's no way though, because like LA.
I mean, it was the
It
same
was,
show.
but, like,
It's
It
just
was the same
better.
show,
But
but
better,
it was
like, next
everyone
level.
there. Like
Yeah. I
I
everyone
liked
singing
how
all their songs.
I liked how their stadium was set up.
Yeah, I
more,
like that.
too.
All
yeah.
the TVs,
Yeah.
Yeah,
screens.
that looked really cool. Their stage definitely looked a lot cooler.
I think it was nice that like we got the fireworks, which I really liked,
And the
Mhm.
drones.
but
Oh, and the drones.
the screens,
Yeah.
I don't know, it just looked better.
No, I mean it looked way better.
Yeah.
That screens did make it look a
I
lot
think it was
better.
just the FOMO.
It's the difference.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. It's
Yeah.
fine.
What's your next rave or DJ that you're seeing?
Odessa.
Oh,
Oh,
Odessa.
I got my tickets
Odessa.
early for that one. My friend bought me my ticket like
He got fucking floor tickets when he's fucking crippled.
crippled. I'll be fine.
You'll be
But-
fine.
Not be fine. He's gonna be like, "Can you save me a seat where you're at?"
I did tell you that already, though. But come on.
Are you?
Just save me a
Do
fucking
they
seat.
do it by tiers, just like Millennium?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah.
It's just like a tier and then the floor.
Did you already get your tickets?
No,
It's
Nikki-
at the end of
Nikki's
June,
getting
right?
it. Is it?
I don't even know.
I-
What it is,
I-
honestly,
Is
my
it?
friend just bought me the ticket. I was like,
Okay.
okay,
I
I'm
don't know
going.
when it
Is
either.
this their actual like last?
No,
Okay.
No.
Well,
they already
there's
made
a
another
rumor-
album.
That's what I was like saying. Well, someone told me that it was like their last, like this is it, and I was like, no, they said that's about their last one too.
Okay,
but that's just the
so-
name of their album.
Who
I thought.
knows? But like,
They retired on their last album
Yeah.
before they made this one, but then they came out with this album, and it was literally called "The Last Goodbye."
Mm,
But
But
this
the-
tour's already been going on for like 2 years.
yeah.
the only
so-
reason why this one is good though is because they're playing Folsom. Like nobody ever plays Folsom
Which
unless
is
it's
crazy,
like
yeah.
a big fucking show.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
I think Folsom out of the whole year probably does like 2 shows.
Mm.
Yeah, because they came back. The last show they did is in that other stadium. I forgot what the fuck it was called. The Greenwood Village one.
Yeah.
I forgot what that one was called. That one was cool, but nothing ever beats the Red Rock show because that album and that like set was just like beautiful, and it was at Red Rocks. But this one, I don't know what to expect because it's gonna be. At a
But that's kind of
completely
nice,
different place.
not knowing what you're gonna get. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of nice. It's gonna be like a little surprise.
Super
This
stoked
one's huge
for it.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see them at this show because I watched their movie too, and it made me cry. 'Cause- oh my god, Odessa's probably like it goes Elenium, then Odessa.
I bet you 100% my mom would go to Odessa.
Really?
My
Should
mom's a
invite
little.
her.
She's retired, but she
She's
was a
retired.
raver.
Retired from her raving.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
she
What
was
the
a
fuck?
raver, like growing up.
That's
so-
cool.
It is cool because like now that she sees like us in like our rave era, like she's pretty supportive of it, and she knows like we're very responsible.
Yeah.
So like even like with the, you know,
Drugs.
yeah, even with that kind of stuff, she's like supportive about it. Okay, she's so supportive that I'm gonna tell you what happened today.
Oh my god.
Literally, I was just chilling, and then we started talking about shrooms, and she goes, "Yeah, Don was like, which is my stepdad. He's like, he has a ton of shrooms like downstairs and blah blah blah. It's legal shrooms. They're like medical.
Okay.
Shrooms are legal, period.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
and so she's like,
Decriminalized,
she
yeah.
she gave me 2 chocolate shroom. You know what they're? I don't even know what they're called.
like
Like
shroom chocolate.
yeah,
I know what you're
The
talking about.
bars?
Yeah.
2 of them, and she's like, "Here, have fun tonight." And at first she was like, "No, give me money," but then she was like, "No, it's fine."
We're about to go fuck.
Yeah, and I was like, "I support you supporting me. Like, thank you."
What a good mom.
She's like so
What
fun.
a good
She's
mom.
really fun.
I feel like Odessa is a good show to go to because it's not crazy.
Well,
you
I've been
know?
trying to get her out of retirement. Like even tonight, we're gonna go see Gareth. So I'm
Yeah.
like, just come. Like you love this guy. Like she was literally sending me songs of this.
She
this
listens
DJ.
to him?
Yeah, because he's like he's been around for a long time.
Yeah,
Right.
he's a real.
And so she's like sending me music throughout the week, and I'm like, do you want to come? Like, is this you hinting that you want to come?
Because it's a family affair. Her brother's coming.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
he's like, just
Yeah.
come. And I'm like, and we're not gonna dress in like
slutty.
little slutty rave outfits. Like well, now I am, but I wasn't before.
You're not coming.
Yeah, and so I'm like, just come. But she's like, no, maybe next ones. But I think Odessa, she would definitely go to.
Yeah. I invited her too because she was like, "Oh, you should invite her." Because I asked her and she said no,
My
so
mom
you should
loves
ask
her.
her.
Right.
And so I messaged her and I was like, "Oh, you should come." And she's like, "No, maybe the next Millennium show because she loves Millennium too."
Loves
Yeah.
Millennium.
I was like, "Okay, well."
We'll see. So stay tuned.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
I could definitely see her. Well, like, cause I mean, she smokes like weed and stuff. So like, I already see her on that kind of level.
yeah.
And obviously, when I was younger, I've seen it. So I'm like, just come. Like, it's nothing I haven't seen before.
I don't even know when Millennium's gonna come back at this point now, though. I feel like that was like
You
a pretty big
think?
show that he did. He'll probably come back for another like
I feel
October
like he'll
show at
do
some point,
it.
but I feel like he might not even come back this year.
I don't think this year. I think he might take a break
Yeah, I think he's gonna
because
go on a
that
break.
show took so much like planning and
That was
Yeah.
his Eras tour.
That was his
that
Eras
was his Eras
tour,
tour,
yeah.
literally. I mean, he's still doing Ember Shores and like all these other shows, but
Yeah.
I don't know. If
And he
he's
has
gonna
a
come back.
residency in
Vegas.
Like
Vegas, right
Vegas,
now
yeah.
too. So
But
That's what we're doing
I
for
don't know.
Nikki's birthday.
oh yeah.
Vegas,
Uh,
Millennium.
No, just
Just
Vegas.
Vegas.
Well, probably
Because a
though.
lot, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, because a lot of DJs have residencies there, so I think she just wants to like hop and see whatever DJs are playing at the clubs and
Yeah.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I'm excited. I'm really excited.
That's so fun. Hope you guys have fun out there in Vegas. But you guys think that's good here?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is episode 27 of the Sweet and Sour podcast. Thank you, Lex, for joining us this week.
Welcome.
Finally,
Just kidding.
Finally.
after
Thanks
waiting
for having
27
me.
episodes of not having Lex on in the first
It's-
place.
It's hard out here.
We're glad to have you on this time, though. So thanks for showing up. We'll have all of Lexi's social media, I guess. What do you know any of your handles?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, at some point we'll probably just put them in.
It's either
Put
Lex.
it down below.
It's like
Oh,
either
Lexiani.
Lexi or
Lexi.
Lexree.
Lots of the E's.
A lot of E's.
Lexiani.
All right, but thank you for all joining us today. We'll have the podcast out on YouTube on next Friday. Yeah, I totally forgot like everything, like our entire schedule. And then another episode next week on Saturday. Hopefully, if Jen's
Done.
gonna be here
partying.
for it. She's gonna be here for
her,
it.
her birthday will be over. Her birth month will be over. So she should be good.
All right. But thank you for all watching. See you guys later. Bye.